Hi, I'm Kendall with the Rawls Group. The old African proverb, "it takes a village," illustrates the essential nature of a team approach to succession planning. Succession planning is a complex endeavor. As such, it requires leveraging the expertise of a diversity of backgrounds. Collaboration and different expert opinions provides a 360-degree approach, ensuring the possible, probable, and potential issues impacting your long-term vision are addressed. To provide insight into common questions received from business owners, we are leveraging the village of our valued strategic relationships. As you listen to this episode, you'll be able to immediately apply the key takeaways and you'll come back for more. Now we're going to focus on: how do you protect business continuity if I, as the owner operator, gets the virus and/or one or more of my key people?
How do you protect business continuity if I, as the owner or operator, get the virus or one of my key employees get the virus? From a legal perspective, review your governing documents. Do you have a board structure in place? Are you meeting regularly? Who has authority for day-to-day control and decisions made in the ordinary course of business in your absence? In the same vein, do you have estate planning documents? You'll want to review your durable power of attorney and your revocable trust to determine who can step into your shoes in the event you're not able to work. But legal documents can only help so much. You need one or more key people who also know the ropes and can work in your absence. They should understand not only the big picture, goals, and concerns of the company, but also have some management skills. They need to be able to manage the workforce effectively to achieve the goals of the company. Often, the best way to do this is to grant some management authority to these key people before an issue arises. They will then understand how to serve in that role, and the workforce will be accustomed to people other than the owner having true authority. It's important to choose these key people wisely and ensure they have proper training. Also, be sure to publicly support them and celebrate their accomplishments. When making changes to your operating structure like this, be sure to involve your legal counsel. They may need to make changes to your governing documents to ratify this. You must also identify your key employees and ensure they each train somebody in their department to take over their role in the event they get sick. You might address this by scheduling training time for the key employee to go over whatever is unique to their role with their backup. You might require your key employee to put together a binder with written instructions for their backup of how to complete various tasks and red flags to watch out for. Building this type of institutional knowledge is great and will pay dividends when somebody has to take a leave of absence or leaves the company unexpectedly. Also, if the time ever comes to sell the company, offering your buyer a turnkey operation will increase your multiple as well.
I'm Crystal Faulkner, and I'm a partner with MCM CPAs and Advisors, and I'm also a professional EOS implementer. And one of the big issues facing so many entrepreneurial companies is that often the founder is the key person in the organization. And it's critical for business continuity that that founder actually put processes in place, put a structure in place that if he's not around, or if something unexpected happens to him, that the business still survives. What happens if you don't have that continuity and something happens to the owner and he is the key employee, the most important employee, there goes the business value. The business value actually declines dramatically. So what I work with my clients to do is put together what we call an accountability chart, which is an organizational chart on steroids. We identify the core processes, who on the team can also come in and step into the roles of the business owner if something unexpectedly happens. And then we delegate responsibilities so we don't have one person, any person, solely as the most valuable employee at the company in case something bad happens. The key is having the right structure, the right people in the right seats, so that if in fact something happens to the business owner or a very key employee, that the business continues and the value does not diminish in the short term.
The bench strength is the biggest term or the biggest word that comes to mind. You want to make sure that your key managers are capable and competent. One, you also want to be able to identify your rising stars and be able to bridge that gap there. If your rising star is maybe you'd rate them at a 70% capable capacity, competent, then you want to make sure that you put him or her in a position to where they understand, hey, if I'm out with a virus, or if your manager is out with a virus, I'm going to rely heavily on you. Give them some ownership. Let them be proud of that aspect and that component, and let them shine. The other thing is to have a plan A, have a plan B to your plan A, have a plan C to the plan B, and be ready for the unexpected. That's just part of where we're at right now.
Thank you to our strategic partners, The Village, for participating and sharing your perspective. Do you have a burning question you want to discuss with an expert? Feel free to submit it via the Ask an Expert link featured on the page. Continue to listen to this series now, or come back later for more. Each question featured may want you to learn something new.